Welcome through the Stop and Think for 2016 session. Since I'm narrating this and it's not an open meeting, we'll suggest you come and talk to me or Randy about the safety topic. The hint is jumper cables, Elizabethan. So today, here's what we're going to look at. A brief introduction. We'll see a video by David Lockwood, the CEO. I'll go over some safety statistics, followed by some of the corporate initiatives. We have a 47-minute video from Tony Crow, very inspirational. And then we'll talk about how we can work safer, and then we'll have some closing remarks and sign the safety charter. So in 2015, the company had 13 OSHA recordables. And in 2016, year to date, we've had 5. So the So last year we had a 0.82 rate, and this year we have a 0.43 rate as of October. And rates are based on that formula that you see there. And 200,000 hours is right around, it's 100 people. We generally think of 2,000 hours per person as a work year. So that's how it's calculated. And here you see the top line is the total recordable case rate. DART is day away restricted or transferred, and DAC is day away case rate, and covering 2012 through 2016. And I guess on all these you notice there are some tick upwards at some point, but at least for the last 2 years, 2014 and beyond, they are headed south, which is what we would hope to see. So in 2015, here are the types of cases that we had. OSHA recordable cases, and the red ones are the day away cases. And in 2016 year to date, there's the 5 cases, and none were day away. And so several of those, three of the 5 have been injuries to the hand. Our goal of the company is 0, and we've had improvements, but we really want to strive to get to 0. To do that, we must continuously strive for and implement safety improvements in our organizations, strictly follow all safety procedures and OSHA requirements at all times, maintain our questioning attitude, and never proceed with any task that we feel presents hazards to our employees, and define our success as completing any task or project safely and without incident. So what we're targeting for is 0. Those statistics before, those cases, 13 and 5, those are names of people who got hurt, and they are usually husbands, sons, fathers, brothers, or wives, daughter, mother, etc. So I think that's important to keep in. The next few slides are about the incident in Irwin, and out of an abundance of respect and even reverence, I will not speak during this part of the presentation. I came in shortly after this occurred, and I think everybody on site knows this, and if you want additional communication on it, just ask me, that'd be fine. So here's some of our corporate safety initiatives we're working on this year. The first one is the CAT survey, the browse system implementation, some safety program improvements in the future, and ICAM investigations. So these are the corporate numbers, and you can see there that the results are actually reported out as employees, supervisors, and managers. And the fifth bullet there that says % positive and quotes some of the questions actually had a negative as the affirmative response, so that's why it's in quotes. Has been done across a lot of different industry sectors, and thus has a large database to compare us to. So the results are pointed out with these cultural indicators. There's 20 of them, and you can read those on your own. Each one of these cultural indicators had 3 up to 17 different questions associated with that particular indicator. So here's the company as a whole, and as you can see in this chart, there's 2 boxes. One is the actual % score in the 3 employee categories: employees, supervisors, and managers, and then the 20 indicators on the side. The right hand side is perception gap, which we won't use a lot, but you can see it has no red in it, which would be something that had a 14% or greater perception gap. So overall, you can see that we had a fair amount of green, a fair amount of amber, and just a few things red. Now, as a company, we've deviated from their scoring system and are using a straight 80% cutoff in this first column as the things we would work on. So you can see from a company perspective, it would be operating procedures, discipline, and awareness programs. Yeah, so the perception gaps kind of indicates that throughout the company we're pretty much on the same sheet of music, and I think this is a good representation of the transparency we have in our safety processes and program right now. So the strengths were that we had a good composite positive perception, and those composite scores reflect very few significant gaps in perception among the levels of employees. We did have some good composite scores in employee training, hazard correction, and incident analysis, and indicates some leading indicators for safety activities are becoming a part of our culture. High scores for management credibility demonstrate employees believe managers' intentions are sincere with regard to safety, and I can speak only personally but I concur with that. 8 of the bottom 10 scoring safety culture indicators are common to all levels of the organization and evidence that there is good agreement among the 3 levels about what needs to be improved. I guess here's some challenges as well. Belief that unsafe conditions, not behaviors, are the major cause of incidents. Changing this perspective, establishing employee ownership in safety is fundamental to performance improvement, and that risks are sometimes overlooked in order to get the job done. Inspections, we have opportunities for improvement in this area. Operating procedures is the lowest scoring indicator in the company as a whole. Again, these processes must be done to the level that excellence in safety is not a hindrance to production and cost control, but adds value to the operation. Discipline, the second lowest scoring indicator, is an area that needs immediate improvement. Browse is a supplier qualification management system that the company instituted in December of this year. It pre-qualifies contractors just to ensure that they're living up to the safety standards that we have expectations of, and they're qualified to work on the site and are adequately insured. And then monitors compliance based on the unique needs of our business in the nuclear industry. They do a pre-qualification and are looked at in terms of their performance towards their peers and the key safety metrics. We look at the risk exposure to the businesses for the type of work and the contractors coming on site, and their past contractor pre-qualification in the company was inconsistent, and it had some difficulty in maintaining information current, and it was time consuming. So in our business environment, where we have regulatory changes and impacts, and we need to preserve our company standards. So when contractors are on our facility, we need to ensure they perform to our standards at all times in areas of JHAs and PPE, pre-job briefs, operating vehicles in a safe manner, pedestrian travel, and then reporting of promptly of all incidents and nurses. Some of the safety program improvements are standardizing and consolidating energy solution-wide policies and procedures that will drive towards a unified system and culture. So we're actively pursuing synergies and collaboration between industrial safety and radiological safety, and advancing and embedding HPI concepts throughout the organization. We're actively searching for system-wide safety management systems to manage all aspects of safety and health throughout the organization. ICAM provides Energy Solutions a systematic approach to investigating incidents and accidents. It enables all relevant contributing factors to be identified, simplifies the reporting and presentation of findings, development of comprehensive recommendations for corrective actions to reduce risk and prevent reoccurrence, and it utilizes HPI principles to determine organizational weaknesses. Primary objective of ICAM is to learn all possible lessons from an incident and strengthen defenses to avoid future incidences. And we currently have around 40 ICAM lead investigators in the company. So we have 6 criteria for safety excellence, and they are: top management is visibly committed, middle management is actively involved, frontline supervision is performance focused, and employees are actively participating. The system is flexible to accommodate the culture, and the safety system is positively perceived by the workforce. So going through each of those, integrate safety messages into regular business discussions with all employees at every opportunity. Personally model all safety behaviors you expect of others in the workplace. Visit work sites a few times per year to observe safety in action and provide feedback to employees on identified safe behaviors and conditions. Take every opportunity to kick off safety meetings and training sessions with a safety message. For the next one is to ensure supervisory performance of safety-related activities. Ensure the quality of supervisors' performance of safety-related activities, and demonstrate your belief that safety is important. For frontline supervision, investigating incidents to determine causes, inspecting the work area to identify hazards, coaching employees to perform better, and creating a positive and motivating environment. For all of us as employees, how are employees involved in safety at this location? What safety related tasks can be delegated to employees to increase involvement? Are we including employees in the basic safety activities, training, inspections, JHA's development and review, safety committees, and so forth? What else can employees do to get involved in the safety program to increase their ownership in safety and positively impact the site safety culture? It needs to be flexible what works or is not working when it comes to safety at the site. What processes or systems are broken and need fixing? Once something is identified as needing improvement, can the site fix it? Is there a fix it right the first time attitude with regard to problem-solving safety concerns? How can the site be more flexible to respond to and improve deficiencies in safety-related processes and procedures? We need to develop action plans for improvement in identified survey areas, and then follow up on each action item to ensure that objectives were met. Resurvey next year to evaluate if improvements were positively received, and how well does the site check themselves to ensure that a solution to a safety concern was addressed properly, solved the issue, and verified with those closest to the issue. Again, since this is being recorded, closing remarks will be done one-on-one, and then we'll ask you to read and sign the safety charter for Energy Solutions. Thank you for your attention, value and appreciate your time, and we would like to continue to work towards zero and work safely or on each task or not at all.